I'm misjudged all the time, especially when they hear where I come from. When I say I'm from Compton, um, I guess they have this stereotype of what I should be, what I should sound like.
I feel like I have to work twice as hard. I've gotten comments very much like, "You're so smart," or "Wow, you're such a good writer." I'll never forget when I sent an email out like to the entire firm, and basically you're talking about a success, and I didn't think anything of it. And this white girl came up to me and she was like, "You write so well. Oh my God, I didn't know you write so well." And I took that. I was offended by it. Well, of course I told her thank you, but I couldn't help but think like all day, I'm working here just like everyone else, so why are you surprised?
My identity, the way I identify myself, because sometimes I don't feel like a normal woman. Sometimes I feel like I'm gay, so I really am seen more of a butch because of the way I dress and act. And I've always identified with that, you know what I mean? I've rolled with it, and I feel like I play that part. And so I feel like I'm treated differently in a sense. You know, I'm kind of not really treated as a normal woman would be. And I've seen that before, you know, and especially in the workplace. I've seen how they treat me as opposed to the young woman who's next to me, who's really good looking, you know, tits are out and shit. And, you know, me, I'm more conservative. You know, I don't let my shit out. And I noticed in the workplace, yeah, she gets treated a bit more nicely than I do. I just get seen differently sometimes.
I get teased a lot because I use big words in conversations, or because I'm a good writer. I get teased for it by people of by people of color. I guess they don't expect me to be a well-spoken person, or a person who can write well or express themselves well. That is what I face on a daily basis.
Like with other men, I feel like they don't take me seriously.
I was only exposing certain parts of myself. So I was myself, but not entirely myself. I had to pick what I chose to expose. What I felt that they could relate to, or what they would see as acceptable.
I was really good at hiding it. Mm-hmm. There was plenty of moments where I was around my family and you where I was really tweaked out. I was on meth. I was a meth addict for 5 years straight, and I didn't stop doing it. I would do it every day. There was a point in my life where I did meth for 2 weeks straight, and it was so bad I became delirious. I was sleep deprived. I didn't sleep for like almost 16 days. I went 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks of no sleep, and so my body was already deteriorating. I could feel my body just crashing if I didn't have my 8-ball of meth. And at that time, I remember staying in my room and not leaving. I would go to school, ditch school, go back to my house and just stay in my room and do drugs. That's what I would do. I'd go to school to leave, to go back home and just sit in my room and get methed out, tweaked out, be on one.
I went jogging and there was like this really old man, and Ricky was witness, my son, and then I said, "Look, grandma should be running too," you know, instead she's just complaining about her legs hurting all the time. So when I went home, I just jokingly told her, "Some man your age was running," and I was like, "Look at you just sitting, you should go run too." And she got all super mad, and then she just went on this whole like explanation, like she felt she had to explain why she wasn't running. She was like, "Since I was little, I've been making tortillas, and I had to sell tortillas, and I had to take care of my siblings, and I never had a childhood. And why do you think I bought this doll? Because I never got to play with dolls. I always had to make my own dolls. And she's like, I never had a real doll.
She apologized when she shouldn't have apologized. She's like, I'm sorry that it happened to you, that I couldn't be there to protect you. But that was the best thing that could have comforted me. Was that moment. And I was 12 years old when that happened. I don't know. I was molested, and she found out, and she comforted me. And it was the best feeling I probably ever got. And that was that moment. Yeah, my grandma was there for me. She was just the shit. She fucking held it down for me, and just how very few gestures and words can just soothe you.
She would tell me to love myself. She'd tell me how I was worth a lot more than what I thought I was. She told me love yourself and take care of yourself. Be independent, don't rely on anybody else but yourself. And she taught me that. She taught me how to fight for me.
But I guess that put things in retrospect for me, and that we have so much opportunity when she didn't. So the big lesson she taught me was we have opportunity and we should always take advantage of it.
I hate the feeling of being in love. I hate the feeling of wanting someone and not having them.
It's hard to understand. She was live and well and healthy, and then, one flu just took her away, My culture, my family, my beliefs, I hold those very dear to my heart. It's where I come from. Because of all these things, I am who I am.
Family. Not family. The older I'm getting, the more it's evident that it's the only thing that really matters when you're here.
Like it wasn't something that she told me specifically. It was just like I wanted to be there for her, or like I wanted to be there for each other, and I liked it when we all got together. Like we'd all just hang out. Like we were all different, but we all got along so well.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I fit in.
But we fucking do.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
This is the first time I've been to my grandmother's house since her funeral. I've avoided returning because nothing is the same without her. It's because of my grandmother that me and my family are so close. She was the heart and core of our family. I have these vivid memories of climbing trees and playing in her garden or going to amusement parks with her. The only things we have left of her are the memories and the lessons she's taught us. But it hurts that she left us so quick. And it stings to know that the memories stop here. But time is an illusion. So maybe if I keep planting and playing, we can still create memories. She left a piece of herself in each of her grandchildren. I love that we are so different, and we all face different obstacles, but we'll face them together and make her proud.
I know we all had we each had a different relationship with her. And you being her daughter, is there any? I don't really know what I'm trying to ask, but
I never realized that my mother was my best friend, you know?
Because I saw how she worried about others. And I think I felt good and I made her proud that she didn't have to worry for me. So I think she'd be proud of the fact that when I want something, I work for it. And every time I told her I was applying for something, I would get it. I don't think she ever saw me not get anything that I tried to get. Whether it was a job, a fellowship, a scholarship. I always got everything and I loved sharing it with her, and she'd be like, "Que bueno," or "How good." Never like "Congrats, I love you." Like, we didn't have that relationship, but I always saw her acknowledging it, and I think that made her proud. You got tears out of me.
I knew that last one was gonna get you.
I think I want to introduce. Oh my god, her girlfriend. She just always refer to all my girls as like, well, only 2 girls, but the only 2 I really brought around, tu amigas, or tu amiga, and like we all knew. She knew. Like my grandma knew. It just felt so uncomfortable to say it. It's like, oh, I don't want to tell her like I must like hold that. Yeah, like it sounds so weird in Spanish, and I can't tell in English. She's not gonna understand. I mean, she probably would have if I said it's gay, so gay, you know. But well, it was just, I felt like it was something we just never said.
Thanks.